Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm Richard Lewis Brown. Today is November the 5th, 2021. I'm your Local 1000 president. I'm doing another video this week. And this video, of course, is about money. This is why we're trying to increase our membership, because it takes money to run a union. And as you know, currently we're doing our Essential Worker Premium Pay Petition drive. And that's going to go to December 1st. And you can go to our website, SEIU1000.org. You can do it online. It takes a couple minutes. Make sure you tell all your coworkers, your colleagues, tell every state employee. Go to our website, SEIU1000.org. Fill it out. Send it in. We're going to take those petitions down to the governor's office in December. It's very important that the governor hold to his promise that we're all in this together during this pandemic, that, 75% of the workforce should be, quote, teleworking, and that you should be rewarded for all of the great work that you have done. Whether you work from home or whether you came in, you did essential work for the state of California. And some of you may have been first responders. We see you, but we're all in this together. We're all equal. We are all equal in the state of California. So please fill out the Essential Worker Premium Pay petition online at SEIU1000.org and send it in as soon as possible. Now, if you've already did it, you don't have to do it twice, but make sure you tell everyone, tell every state employee. Because Local 1000, we lead, all right? Now, we sometimes have not had a history of leading, but we're going to create that history. So as I read on Wednesday night, that, quote, long article about change, I ran on creating a new culture for Local 1000. And when I talked about increasing membership, and I told people this is the best time to become a member during the holidays so they can buy things for their family, I meant that. But that's not the only reason to become a dues-paying member of Local 1000. We need a high membership rate so we can show solidarity, so in our next contract, we can eliminate the OPEB, that 3.5% of the post-employment benefits deduction. That should have never happened to begin with. That started in our 2016 through 2020 contract. That should have never happened. We need to raise our membership so we can ensure we get a 21% pay increase across the board for everyone equally. Special salary adjustments won't be needed. But you must raise your membership. We must be united. So regardless of the, quote, internal situations in Local 1000, we must raise our membership. And I know a lot of people watch these videos and they hear all these things people say about me, and they come on Wednesday night on the Zoom call. Local 1000 listens to you Wednesday night, 6:30, and they say things. And every day from not every single day, but I'm going to dispel those lies and those rumors. And sometimes I may not talk really, in a loud voice, but I'm going to take my time and I'm going to walk these people down. They tell you that those brochures, 2018, 2021, my campaign brochures, they said there was no way in heck a state employee on an AGPA salary could afford to do those brochures. That's because they don't think outside the box. See, that's a slap in my face because I know what I did. I paid for these brochures out of my pocket because I have self-discipline and I'm determined. This is why I'm your leader. I'm your president. And this is why we can fight to get a high quality contract for the first time in Local 1000 history. These brochures, these two brochures cost me a lot of money. I had a graphic designer and it was printed legally. Listen to how I say this. It was legally printed by a union print shop. Remember, I use union services when I do things, if they're available. That's what I did, and that's why they cost so much. But I did it on an AGPA salary. Many of you can't figure out how I did that. But they're saying these things to disgrace me, to discredit me. But I know why they say these things. I paid for these brochures out of my pocket. I paid for all of my campaign out of my pocket. They tell you that I'm working with the Freedom Foundation. I have told you with humor. I'm telling you with a straight face. I have never worked with the Freedom Foundation. I have never worked with anyone trying to destroy the union. I have done interviews with people. And maybe some of those people may have been sympathetic to the Freedom Foundation. I have never openly talked to the Freedom Foundation. They tell you that I have been paid by the Koch brothers. That's a lie. So they continue to lie on Facebook, and I can continue to bring all this out on you. Now, I see a quick comment. Yes, I still have every intention on lowering these dues. I must first raise this membership into the high 80s. We will still make some cost reductions. And we will still reduce those dues. That's a promise. But you got to give me time. And I wasn't able to do it on day one, but I'm honest about it and I'm accountable. Again, this video is about money and increasing our dues paying membership. We need people to be dues paying members who are actively involved, who know who their DLC presidents are, to ensure that their voices are heard. I was voted in by the entire membership across all 51 DLCs, and they believed in my platform. So I heard you, and I wrote the platform, and you supported the platform. This is why I need more people to become dues-paying members so we can ensure we get a high-quality contract. I'm the only person that tells you we're going to eliminate that OPEB deduction. You've never heard any of these bunk chairs or D-Bursts tell you the same thing. And I will keep the faith, Peter. Substance not seen, evidence of things hoped for. So, I am saying this to you with faith. And I know there's so much going on. I'm asking you to stick with me and tell your colleagues it's not time to run from the union. It's time to come to the union. Don't drop your membership. Don't give up. Stick with us. Stick with us. When they tell you that I didn't pay for these brochures, that's just another lie in a long list of lies, trying to discredit me, trying to create that narrative that I should be removed from office. This is what they're trying to do on Facebook. And this is what they tried to do in that illegal board meeting on the 16th and 17th of October. Lies will not destroy us. Lies will not define us. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. When I tell you I pay for these brochures, I mean that. When I tell you I pay for my college education out of my pocket, 4-year degree in finance, I mean that. When I tell you that I've served the country honorably, I mean that. A lot of these people who are on Facebook saying all these things, I've challenged them during my campaign. We're going to keep fighting until we unify this union. And I'm not going to allow people to say anything and everything about me and give them a pass. I'm not giving out passes. And I've asked people, please stop telling those lies. You're not bringing us together. I see you, Becky. But they continue to lie and lie and lie. And you cannot allow people to be this ugly, this disrespectful, and think that they can still continue to be so-called leaders in Local 1000. I see you, Lupe. I want you to keep praying for me. We're going to stay at this. When the holidays come and you're relaxing and having fun with your family, I want you to know I won't be relaxing. I'm going to keep working. Remember I told you I was going to work around the clock for you, and I meant that years ago? I'm staying consistent. So when they tell you that I'm not staying consistent, that I'm talking about other issues, when I went to support the Local 39 strike a few days ago, no, I believe in strikes. Remember, I'm the one that told you we're going to create a strike fund, and then we, quote, reach a, quote, legal impasse after negotiating in good faith, and we take a strike vote and it comes back yes, we're going to shut the state down. See, there's a reason why they're trying to remove me from office. It all comes down to that money. Those salary stipends are being paid out to statewide officers, including myself. I won't approve it. We paid out $500,000 since June 2016 up to June of 2021 before I took office. $500,000 in statewide salary stipends. They don't tell you that part. They tell you that I'm wasting money trying to support, giving you information on the CalPERS election that happened in September. They tell you that I'm wasting money when I was fighting to protect jobs, union jobs of state employees in rural Lassen County. The strike fund, we have $4 million in it right now, and we're going to put more money into it over a period of time. That's how we're creating that strike fund. And we're going to talk more about that at the board meeting in December 18th and 19th. I've called for a board meeting. It's on our website. You're going to get a chance to meet all the DLC presidents and the new bunk chairs or re-elected bunk chairs. So we're having the bunk the week before on the 11th and 12th, and then the following week, 18th and 19th, we're going to have a board meeting. Everyone's invited down to the Holiday Inn. And like I said, the DLC presidents from 51 areas, district labor councils, they'll be there. You'll get a chance to meet them. And I know a lot of people are like, are you sure that people are going to come? Yes, I'm absolutely sure. Absolutely. But this comes down to money. This is why when people ask me, why am I so intense? When it comes to money, normally people do become intense. This country, remember, is a capitalist country with some socialism mixed in. Oh, now I know people are talking about the quote, the insurrection, the mutiny, the union lawyers, what are they doing? Trust me, I'm on top of it. And even though we may have internal fights within our union, and people know this, we're no different than the average family. Sometimes families have fights, but at the end of the day, they're still family, And so a lot of people have strong opinions about what's going on. And all thing I can simply tell you is this. All these people on Facebook who tell me that I should make peace with the VPs and this and that we can work together. Remember, the VPs didn't have full-time union leave until I got here. So when people are making all your comments, I think they should do their homework. Remember, they're on special projects, all three VPs. So even though, Irene went to the out-of-order meeting and she's currently locked out of the building because she tried to undermine my authority, she's still on full-time union. Unions have already got agreements and they've gotten a certain amount of money. We are fighting to make sure we get the best deal for you. We're negotiating. That's what a union does. We're a partner in this relationship with the state of California. But again, this is about money. And this is why we have to increase your dues paying membership. Because when the state looks at us and see our membership levels are low, then they feel like you're not unified. Why do we have to truly negotiate with you? You're afraid to go on strike. So you can create all the political alliances that you want. But if someone does not respect you, then they're not going to truly negotiate with you in good faith. If you look throughout the years, the 2013 contract through 2016, that was a 4.5% pay increase from July 2nd, 2013 to July 1st, 2016. 4.5% pay increase. You can't get ahead like that as a union. A union negotiates for substantial pay increases. This idea for all of these years that you've been told you're negotiating for a livable wage, that's what poor people do. They live day to day. You've been sold a bag of rotten goods and you don't know it because you've been conditioned to accept it. From the 2016 to 2020, that contract, that 3.6-year contract, was at 8% over that period of time. You have to include that deduction for OPEB that we still are paying right now. Our current contract is 7% over, from January 2020 to June 30th, 2023, 7%. It's not enough. You know it's not enough. You know you're having a hard time making ends meet. And now, if you have the good fortune to work from home, you're incurring costs. So when they tell you you're saving money by not putting gas in your car, but you know your internet is getting ready to go up because they know you're working from home. This is about money, and money is about respect. I'm going to stay at this, should I say. I am not going to break. I won't be intimidated. I will not falter. People can criticize me all that they want. I accept your criticism. What you're going to have to accept is the fact that I won an election that no one thought I could do because of my faith in God through Jesus Christ, through a dream that was revealed to me. You're going to have to accept that. And you're going to have to accept the fact that I'm going to fight to ensure that you get this money. I've already showed you in COVID, it wasn't the perfect COVID agreement, and we're still fighting for the healthcare workers and CDCR about this COVID situation. Look to our website. And I know everyone is still not satisfied. This is why you need to be a dues-paying member, because sometimes these bosses, they're trying to write you up for many different things that have nothing to do with your job. Because, well, they're trying to, quote, make you get vaccinated. You need to be part of Local 1000 as a dues-paying member. We don't unite in 2023 when our contract expires on June 30th, 2023. No, we start the unification right now. I'm going to keep doing these videos. And when these people keep lying, telling you that I'm a conservative, and I'm not a conservative, I'm not a liberal, I belong to the Democratic Party. They don't want the fact, they don't appreciate the fact that they know I'm going to fight for you and get you this money, and that we're going to stand up to the state of California. That's what a real labor leader does. Okay? That's what a labor leader does. They don't sell out. They don't mitigate. They fight and they hold their ground, him or her. That's what I'm doing as your Local 1000 president. And I'm not going to be intimidated. And I'm not going to let people keep disrespecting me either. All this stuff that they've told me to do, all these lies that I try to buy votes, that I work for the Freedom Foundation, that they pay for my brochures, that I work for the Koch brothers. All this is a bunch of lies. And I'm going to call these liars out for what they are. They're liars. You say, well, that's not a very professional word. It may not be a professional word, but that's the truth of what they are doing. They're trying to lie. And what they're really doing is that they're lying on you. They say that their lies are so strong and so important that your life doesn't matter. So when they tell their lies, they're trying to destroy your life because they're trying to take away your vote. That's why they're trying to remove me from office, strip me of all my powers. They're saying that your life, your vote does not matter in this union. That's what they're doing here on Facebook. And that's what they did with the California Democratic headquarters, October 16th and 17th. I mean, we don't know what they really did down there because there's no transparency. We're not going to let lies define us. We're going to come together as a union, and we're going to get this money, and we're going to stop this OPEB, and we're going to do it through a strike fund. Oh, yes, we are. All right. I'm Richard Lewis Brown, your Local 1000 president. I want to thank you for taking your time this morning. And I told you I was going to start doing videos again because things have gotten out of hand. But I'm going to get things back in hand. When I was running my campaign and doing what I had to do, and I knew what I had to do to win the election. And now I'm going to do what I have to do, and I'm still going to work with others. But I want you to realize something. Sometimes it takes one person to make a difference in this great country. And sometimes that one person has to battle those around him or her to bring them in line. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm Richard Lewis Brown, November 5th, 2021, your Local 1000 president. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. I'll see you soon.